Morning, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to Love 500 and welcome back to another new project. They just keep coming. This car that I'm about to show you, you can just see the colour of it just there, little sneak. It's another blue one. So this car is a 2012 Lounge, 50 something thousand miles. This car is a previous car of mine which I sold 9 years ago. It's one of my very early ones, 9 years ago, and it was sold to the mum of my daughter's best friend. And it's her sister, the daughter's sister, that's been using it pretty much ever since. So it's her car. So her name is Lucy. So this is called Project Lucy. She has bought a new car and they asked me if I wanted to buy this back. It needed a new gearbox, which I knew. They said, oh, it might be the clutch. No, it wasn't the clutch, it was the gearbox. So I've got it back now. It's had a new gearbox and a new clutch, and it's had the cam belt done. Quite a lot of expense. I paid £800, I think it was, for this. Was it 700? No, £800 I paid for this. So we're into it for a few quid. It will be a two and a half grand car, 450 car. There's a bit of profit in it, not masses of amount, but there's a bit of profit in it. Let's get into it. Let's show you the first day, the walk around on Lucy, Project Lucy. Let's go. Right, let's have a walk around of Project Lucy. So as you can see, 62 plate, 2012 Lounge in Valère Blue. It's a bit dirty. This was a former Cat D, as I say, about 9 years ago. It had a new wing and a new door. As you can see there, the gap there is too big. That was the best I could get it at the time. I think it was to do with the bent hinges. It was a real pain. I remember it was a real pain. Obviously my skills are better now than they were back then, but even so, that was the best I could get. I'm not going to mess with it. It's going to stay exactly like it is. So there's no damage to it till you get to here. It's not too bad, and I will put some glue tabs on there and pull it out as much as I can, polish it, put a bit of paint on it, just take the eye off it, but there is a distinct dent there. I'm not going to be doing that. I'm not going to worry about that at all. Paintwork is a little bit on the flat side, very flat. In fact, it really needs a good polish, especially here. I didn't do any paintwork on this car. That was before the days I used to do any paintwork. Roof is fine. Roof is absolutely fine. It's got new tyres on it, pretty much new tyres. It's only just been MOT'd, not long before I got it. It's also got a brand new battery in it, and the clutch hydraulics were both replaced about 5 or 6 years ago. So I'd say she's had this car for 9 years. I used to identify my cars, if I saw them on the road, by little flower stickers that I used to put on. I'll take that off. I've got a feeling that might be covering a little scratch. I think I might be. I know I did that on one car. I'm not sure whether it was this one or not. We got the tow eye cover missing. I've got one of those, so not an issue. Nothing around this side. No damage at all around this side. Again, decent tyres. The wheels need a little bit of a touch up. Got a little rust spot there. Yeah, a little rust spot there. So we'll touch that up. Treat that and touch that up a little bit. I'm not going to go mad. It's going to be a cheap car, as I say. So yeah, that's really. What more can I show you on the outside? But we'll delve under the bonnet, and we'll also delve inside and show you a bit more. So as I said, I bought this. I took it for a test drive. She thought it might have been the clutch. I drove it. I said no, it's definitely the gearbox. It drove absolutely fine, but it was really grinding in first and second gears. So Glenn took it away. He now also has a little lock-up garage that he uses in the winter, which he's got a ramp in as well. So he took the car away. He had it about a week and a half. So he's put a new gearbox in it, a Recon gearbox with a year's warranty. He's put a new clutch in it, and he's also done the cam belt as well. So we'll go through the figures later on. So yeah, obviously cam belt and aux belt and so on and so forth. As I say, clutch system was replaced, and it's got a brand spanking new battery. It was only MOT'd about a month ago, might be a little bit longer. So we know that we haven't got to do anything suspension wise or anything like that. Now I have just driven it from where it was parked in the road to here, and I think it's a little bit difficult to get into first gear, so I think it's going to need an adjustment on the cable that's down there somewhere, wherever it is down there. Yeah, it's not quite right. I can't sell it. I don't want, well, I could, but I don't want to sell it if someone's going to come back and say I can't get it in first gear. It does go in, it's just a bit on the stiff side. And I know I did have that issue when Glenn did a gearbox for me here. It was a matter of adjusting it. I sat in the car while the engine was running, it was up on axle stands, and I was like changing gears and what have you to make sure, and it needed adjusting. So I think that's probably what it needs. Maybe, I suppose if Glenn was on his own in his garage, he's not able to really do that. I suppose he can try it, adjust it, but I think you sort of need two people really to do that, I suppose. But I'll let him know about that, and he's coming to do a cam belt on another car for me, so I'll get him to adjust it for me. Should hopefully be a relatively quick turnaround, because as I say, there's no damage as such. It's more cleaning than anything else. Mileage is pretty good. This was, I think it was, when I sold this to her, it was like 18,000 miles. A really, really low mileage. I suppose a 62 plate 9 years ago wasn't that old, was it really? Let me get the right keys out. I think that might be a parcel just coming for me. I'm going to pause for a second, just in case it is. Oh no, it's gone. Right, so I think it's 56,000 now. Yeah, there you go, 56,543. So I will be putting in one of my stereos, as I do. We've got no warning lights up. I think we might have some dodgy flashing lights. Oh no, we haven't. Thought we did. Or maybe slightly. Very, very slightly. I'm not going to worry about it, because it is very, very slightly. Obviously you'll be able to see it more at night, but if it becomes, that's what the issue was, which I hadn't noticed, but Glenn said, look, you can see the rev counters right up there. So whether that just needs an adjustment or it needs a new stepper motor, I'm not sure, but I have ordered another speedo, so I have got stepper motors, so it might be just that needle needs pushing down. But I think it's probably, if that's its starting point, it just needs to be pushed around to zero, and it might actually work, because it goes up and down as it should, but not going back to zero, so we need to sort that out. Inside we have this horrible gear knob, which is worn, and I was going to replace it, but what I might do actually, I might use the old colour stuff and actually dye it, seeing as it was the original knob that came with the car. I have no idea I have taken these ones off before, I have no idea how they actually come off. I think you have to prise these side bits off. I'm not sure. Oh, that one's actually coming off. Oh, there's a blimmin' hole there. Oh, there we go, look, it's coming off of my finger now. I don't know, maybe I will change it, we'll see, I'll think about that. Yeah, I'm not sure how they come off, but if it's already falling apart, I might as well take it off and put a new one on. Don't know whether the Blue and Me works or not. Let's turn the stereo on, not that it matters, because I'll be taking it out anyway. Turn the volume down. Where are we? Phone.
Searching for connection.
No, it does work.
Try again later.
It does work. So we'll be taking that out anyway, because I'll be putting in my funky stereo. What more can I tell you? I don't think there's anything else. That's a bit loose up there. That can be tightened up. Oh, so's that one. Strange. Tighten that one up. Don't think any airbags have gone on this car. I don't think I did that. I'll have to check back actually. I don't think I did. I think it was literally just the door. Because back then I used to do quite a lot of airbag ones, which I haven't done one for ages. It's got the grey seats, which do need a clean. Driver's seat's not too bad. Passenger seat is quite minging. So we'll get those cleaned. We'll do that first job today. Back seat has got a bit of stains on it as well, yeah, so we'll get that cleaned as well. Give it a good hoover, clean the steering wheel up. But as you can see, there's not really that much that needs doing on it. It's just that first gear thing. Actually, let me demonstrate. So I'm going to have to do something with the speedo. It's going to have to come out, and I'm going to sort that out anyway. But again, I'll do that on the day one. So if I start it up, dip the clutch. See, can't get it in. Or is it? I think it's too far over. Oh, actually. No, maybe not. Yeah, actually, I think it's just further over than normal. That's all right. Don't know. If that's the case, then I don't need to worry about it. I'm not sure, you know. It just feels a bit on the stiff side. Oh! Why does that always come up with errors then when you do that, when you stall it? Let's do that again. That should go off. Yeah. Forgot my foot was on the clutch then. Yeah, no, it is a bit stiff. It is a bit stiff, so I'm going to have to get Glenn to sort that out for me. When it's in and you come out and then you go back in, it's fine. But if you take your foot off the clutch, put it down, it's quite stiff. It's only first. It's only first gear. So I'll raise that with him. So as I say, it's mainly cleaning more than anything. So clean on the outside, touch up any bits of paint, sort that out. We'll take that apart, and the first thing we'll do is we'll take that out and we'll try and just push the arrow back. The needle rather, not the arrow. Push the needle back to 0, and then we'll put it back in and try it and see if it works okay. If it does, then we'll just leave it in. Clean up steering wheel, clean the seats, give it a good hoover, give it a good polish. As I say, polish not only on the inside, but really needs a good polish on the outside. Paintwork is quite flat. This side's not. This side is really flat. I've never seen paintwork that flat before on this colour. And I definitely didn't do any painting on this, but once it's cleaned, that'll polish up fine. That'll polish up absolutely fine. Strange that. We'll take all these dodgy stickers off. I think the rear lights are all okay. What is that there? Well, that's a bit of a scrape. We've got little bits of chrome missing there. I have got some chrome paint, which I shall put on it. It's not brilliant, but it's better than nothing. Oh, we got broken rear light. Didn't realise that. I've got spare rear lights. Whether I've got a driver's side one or not, I will have to have a look. If not, I'll have to get one ordered. Yeah, I hadn't known about that. But apart from that, that's about it, I think, really. So, not sure what it's going to tot up to in costs. Obviously, I have been keeping a record on my usual spreadsheet for each car that I do. So, gearbox, let me just tell you about the cost so far. Right, so, okay. So I paid £800 for the car. I think it was I'm pretty sure it was 800. It was either 700 or 800. I'll put on screen now what it was, but I think it was 800. So £800 for the car. The gearbox was £375 for a Recon gearbox with a year's warranty, which is pretty good, I think. I could have bought a cheaper one on eBay, but you don't know what you're getting, do you? This is a Recon from a company that Glenn uses all the time, and he trusts them. He orders them and they deliver them the same afternoon. So, yeah, that was the best way to do it. I could have got £100 cheaper, but you could put it in, it could be a pile of crap, couldn't it? You just don't know. So, gearbox was £375. So he didn't break down on his invoice, but he's put new clutch in it, obviously new gearbox oil as well, of course, when you put a gearbox in. So clutch, gearbox, so fit in the gearbox, a new clutch with all the fluids that's needed, and he's done the cam belt as well, and he's charged me £410. Now he normally charges me £205 to do a cam belt, so he's basically charged me £205 to fit the gearbox, fit a new clutch, and for the clutch and for the fluid. I think the clutch he told me was about 85 quid, including gearbox oil, I believe, which was pretty good. That was a luck one as well, so it's a decent one. Yeah, so his bill to me was £410. I paid £375 for the gearbox, plus the 800. Haven't bought new number plates. I'm going to service it. I normally allow 40 quid. It hasn't been serviced since this time last year, so it does need a service. So you do the maths. Might need a new speedo. Yeah, not very much. New rear light, that's about 20 quid, 25 quid, something like that. That's about it, really. So let me know what you think on Project Lucy. As I say, I intend to sell this for £2,450. Stereo, that's about 80 quid as well. I'll be putting that in. But the Blue and Me, which I'll be taking out, they'll sell for £120. So I actually make a profit of about 40 quid, pre-tax, of course. But it brings it up to date with a nice touchscreen stereo. I fitted one of those for someone yesterday, and I'll fit another one for someone next week. I don't normally make a habit of doing that, but one yesterday was my best customer, so I didn't want to say no. And I just thought, what the hell, let's fit one. So I'll be doing that as well in another video. So I'm going to crack on with it now, which will come on day one, but that is your walk around on Project Lucy. Let me know what you think. And don't forget, as always, I know I say this every time at the end of a video, but please hit that button and subscribe to the channel. Give us a thumbs up if you like the video. Don't give us a thumbs down. I had a really, really sarky remark from somebody the other day, and I'm going to put it on the screen now so you can see what it is. And, well, you can see my reply on it. You occasionally get a bell end that makes a stupid comment. It is what it is, isn't it? I'll get my bucket of tears out for them. So but that is it. As always, I thankfully don't attract that many bell ends. Can you say bell end on YouTube? I think it's a bit late. I've already said it, haven't I? I've said it 3 times now, but never mind. But thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Until the next one, as always, take care, stay safe, and we'll see you soon.